Hello, my name's Ihaluk or Sarah Steves, and I'm going to be talking about leads and kickers from Anne Handley's Everybody Writes, Chapter 17. A good lead invites you to the party, and a good kicker makes you wish you could stay longer. Important things to remember when writing leads. According to Guy Kawasaki from the Art of Social Media, there is about 5 seconds to hook the audience into your content. If your lead is not interesting or engaging and you can't hook them within these 5 seconds, they're most likely going to leave. Your lead should set the tone for the writing, and it should hook the reader into wanting to know more. You do not want to have the entire story in the opening sentences. Instead, you want to give them hints about what's to come, thus hooking them into wanting to consume more of your content. Here are some different ways to write leads. Put your reader into the story by using a scenario or anecdote. Describe a problem your reader can relate to. This next one is kind of confusing for me. It's to set the stage for the reader. I interpreted this one as giving them context, to give them something to refer to later on in the piece. There's also asking a question. This one you shouldn't use too often. It can get repetitive and obnoxious. So try to use variety in writing different types of leads. You can quote a crazy or controversial bit of data. You can tell a personal story or a personal anecdote. And other examples that you can use are quoting, using an analogy, or a bold statement. On the flip side of leads are kickers. And so here are some important things to remember when writing kickers. These are your conclusions, the closings. So you need to remember to finish strong, have a sense of completion. And I use this rule from writing essays to writing closings, is that if you feel like you can't mic drop after it, then it's not strong enough. Here are some different ways to write kickers. You can repeat the biggest takeaway of the piece, and you can add an element of total surprise. Again, this one was slightly confusing to me, but the example that they used was if you were to speak informal the entire time, in the conclusion, maybe go formal, and vice versa. If you're speaking formal the entire time, go informal. Or if you, and for the third one, let others have the last word. If you interviewed someone for an article or a post, maybe use a direct quote from them as a ending. And yes, that is the end of the presentation. For this presentation, I used In Handley, Everybody Writes, and Guy Kawasaki, The Art of Social Media.